Alright guys, so today we're going to be doing a Legends of Runeterra video. Legends of Runeterra is this awesome card game for mobile devices or on the computer that I've been really getting into lately. It's a lot of fun. It's similar to Magic, although it's not quite the same. And it's like, I don't know. I'd probably say it's closer to Magic than Hearthstone is close to Magic, but like in a different way. Like combat and the combat and the way turns work is a lot different from Hearthstone and Magic, but it's got burst in fast spells, which are a lot like instants in Magic the Gathering. So that's one thing to know. And the other thing about this game that I really enjoy is well, first you can play on mobile, right? Which is a huge thing because you can't play Magic on mobile. You can only play Arena on Windows. So I play on mobile most of the time, which is why I'm really into Legends of Runeterra. But the other reason why I'm into Legends of Runeterra is because of how budget it is. You don't even, like, I know people say you don't have to spend any money on Magic, but in this game, like, you can build your collection in, like, I haven't been playing for a month. I've been playing for 2 weeks, and I already have, like, a whole ton of cards, and I already have, really, I have Burn, the competitive version of Burn, and I have the competitive version of Karina Vi Control. If I wanted to, after the first or second week of, this is my second week, so I built this 1 week ago. So after 1 week of playing, I was able to craft this deck, which is a competitive deck. You can build the top tier deck after playing for 1 week, which is insane. Now, if you like to brew a lot, you might want to spend a little bit extra money on the game because getting the entire collection takes a while. But there are multiple strategies to do that, and it's actually really easy, which is why I'm really into this game. With that, I'm actually going to do a budget, show you guys a budget deck I've made today, and talk about the deck and how it works and why it's so good for budget players. And with that, let's get straight into the video. Alright guys, so I'm going to do a quick overview of the deck, and we're going to get straight into the game. So, the deck is basically a Starlight Seer deck. So, the way Legends of Runeterra works, if you don't know, is you can combine any two regions. Regions are basically like colors in Magic, or the heroes in Hearthstone. So, like, you have black as a color in Magic, you have rogue as a hero in Hearthstone. You can play rogue cards, you can play black cards in Magic, and in this game, you can play up to 2 regions cards. And so, we're going to play Freylord's region because we want Starlight Seer, an insanely good card. Whenever you cast a spell, grant the top ally in your deck +1/+1. For 2 mana, this is an insane effect. We cast as many spells as we can. We play spells that double up. Like, I don't know. Let's see. We have Trail of Evidence. Create a random 2 cost card in hand to cost 0. We have Flash of Brilliance, which refills your spell mana, so it pays for itself. And we have a lot of good removal cards. Then we have a few creatures like Omen Hawk, which also, there we go, gives us the buffs. We have Icefield Archer to go with the free strategy. We have Braum is one of our champions, who we can also buff. And yeah, so you can put whatever cards you want into this deck. I'm using Ashe because you get her as a reward for having played for 7 days. She's a daily reward. And you get Braum at the start when you first create an account. And so the only card you really have to craft for this deck is Starlight Seer. And then you just put in all the spells, any spells you have and can put in, and then you put some creatures in. And then the whole idea is to buff them with Starlight Seer and go face. Now, if you don't draw Starlight Seer, that's why we have the backup Freeze. So we have Ashe, who when she levels up, whenever she attacks, we frostbite the strongest enemy. Enemies with 0 power can't attack. And she levels up to that when we frostbite +5 enemies. And we have enough cards to do that. We have also have Braum. And so we're basically playing a control style deck where we get out a big creature. So Starlight Seer is probably the best card in the deck. We definitely want him. We also have Puffcat Peddler, which does something very similar, except Instead of giving the top ally in our deck +1/+1, we plant 3 poisonous puff caps into the enemy deck. So better against control matchups where we're going to want the game to last a while so that our opponent can take a lot of damage from the puff caps. Very good card as a replacement for Starlight here. And yeah, that's it for the deck. And let's get straight into the gameplay. Alright, let's get into this. Looks like they're playing Karina Vi Control, a deck I actually run. I play a lot of the time. We're going to get rid of Kindly Tavern Keeper because they don't have a lot of early damage. Although they do have early game threats, I'm not really too worried about that. They could have an answer for this. So I'm actually just not going to cast anything yet. Come on. Play something. Okay. So the reason I didn't play it last turn like I could have is because I know that their deck's going to have a lot of removal that can target that. They have Get Excited, Thermo Beam, and possibly they drew Gotcha that turn and can play that. We haven't seen any cards from them, which means they probably have a Breaked Out hand. Never mind. I guess they don't have a Breaked Out hand. I wasn't paying attention, but I'm going to use that. Gotcha can deal 3 damage, which can kill an Elise. Even if it costs 4 mana when later when I have to do it. My spell fizzles. Keep in mind that if your spell doesn't have a target and it fizzles, that you don't actually get the trigger off Starlight Seer, which I think is silly. Because even if you play a card, like I don't remember that, the 4 mana, deal 1 damage to 2 different targets and draw a card. Even if both targets are removed, you still draw a card, like, which I think is silly because it should fizzle, but it doesn't. Ooh, another Starlight Seer is going to be pretty good. We don't have any easy spells to cast. We have a lot of removal spells. So that's kind of clunky. But they haven't removed our first Starlight Seer, so I feel like they don't have an answer for him, maybe. They definitely won't have an answer for 2 of them, though. So that's going to be our play. Yeah, I run their deck. I've played that deck a lot. They could Grasp of the Undying right now. Oh, yep, called it. So we are just going to let that happen. And cast another Starlight Seer. I don't know what they have that they could do. I mean, I don't know why they aren't passing. Just roping for no reason. I guess they could have Thermo Beam and not realize like why the auto pass isn't working. I want to cast this. How much damage could we put through? 11? That's a permanent effect. Do they have a way to deal with this? I don't actually think they do. I don't think they have a way to deal with this. Vengeance is out of their mana range. Yeah. They can't play a chump blocker because we opened attack. Open attacked. I almost said opened. Open attacked. So, I mean, sure, they're going to play something here. Um, what could they be playing? Progress stays really good in this matchup. If they do kill our current Starlight Seer, we fall in the backup plan of playing a Puffcat Peddler, and we use Progress Day to draw a ton of cards, then we go on the control. We try to... but given our deck and given that they have Ledros, I don't know if we can hold out long against them. So that's why I did this move. I used Battle Fury on Starlight Seer. So I can push in, we can push in a lot of damage, and 6 more damage, and Get Excited kills them. So Puffcat Peddler is a little too slow. You have to think about who's the aggressor and who's not, and we are definitely the aggressor. That's a good card. For them... Alright, so then now they use 2 grasps, so we know they don't have another grasp. They only have played 1 frenzied skitterer. So either their hand is full of like Ledroses. They must have a thermo beam. I don't know why they're roping so long. Maybe they gave up. I don't know. They gave up. What? I don't want to show you guys a game where the opponent gave up, but like this deck is insane. Like we just drew, wow, this deck is insane, guys. Trust me, like I've had games where you create this has been like an 8-8 or a 9-9. Oh, so he is going to Vengeance here, or Withering Whale. And Vile. Whoa, he doesn't even have it. Hold up. He didn't give up. Oh. I mean, if you look at the top card of our library, after we... I don't know. Wow. This deck is insane. Not just because of how big our Starlight Seer got, but look. He got a buff because of Starlight Seer, Take Heart, and Battle Fury. Like... I think we do this. We don't need 2 Puffcat Peddlers. Yep, we won. This deck is insane, guys. Like, I'm telling you. When you get a Braum extra power with the Starlight Seer, it is so good. And when you go off, like with Progress Day, and you cast like 4 different spells. Whew. Yeah, we're moving up. Yeah, that guy's head is just... It's insane. It's insane. Anyway, guys, that is going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed and hope that this deck helps you climb ladder. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Until then, bye.